Hello fellow dragons, today we're going to be looking at the best comps for the heist map Turnaround. If you haven't already done so, please hit that big red subscribe button, it really helps out the channel. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, Turnaround is a very bushy map, it has a lot of walls, and there's a teleporter in the middle that can create some very interesting interactions in-game. This map is pretty claustrophobic with all the walls and bushes that are in place, but because the sight lines are so narrow, you can get away with using long-range shooters like Amber, Colt, Rico, Spike to make them really valuable. My choice for best comp on this map is BB, Amber, and Rico. Both BB and Amber are going to be making offensive pushes during the game, and you're going to keep Rico in the back as a defensive brawler. For BB, you're going to want to go with the home run star power, and she's a great pick for this map because she can do tons of damage while hidden in the bushes. Her super, if positioned correctly, can output a lot of damage onto the heist safe, and she's versatile on offense or defense depending on what you need. With Amber, you're going to pick her Scorchin Siphon star power. Why Amber is great on this map is because she can output tons and tons of damage onto the heist safe, especially with her star power. If you put down a gadget in the bush and you just start firing, you're going to reload her ammo really quick, and all of that can be dumped onto the heist safe. And also she's great because she's got tons of range. She can shoot defensively to some of the opponents if they're pestering her, but also from a long ways away she can hit the safe. And lastly, Rico in general is one of the better picks that you can go with in any heist game because of his defense. For Rico, you're going to want to pick the star power Super Bouncy. When you keep him in your corner defending the safe, he has a lot of hit potential because his shots can bounce and do even more damage. And with the walls in place, his shots are going to bounce and melt the opponents away. Not to mention, if you really wanted to, you can send him on offense and he can output tons of damage onto the heist safe as well. Some other great comps that I recommend are Colt, Jesse, and Rico, or Colt, Rico, and Spike. If you're going to play Colt, I recommend using Speed Loader and Magnum Special. And Colt is just a great pick because he is probably the fastest shooter of all the brawlers in the game. So he's definitely going to do lots of damage very quickly to all the brawlers, but of course, that's safe as well. If you're picking Jessie, you're going to want to use Recoil Spring and Energize. She's a great pick as well because of her strong crowd control, and because her shots bounce all over the place, it's going to make it very hard for the enemies to push up on your safe. And lastly, if you're picking Spike, I recommend using the star power Curveball. Much like Colt, Spike is another one of those that will absolutely melt the safe if you let him get near to it. And if I'm not mistaken, he is the one brawler that can do the most damage onto a safe with his star power and his shots. And finally, here are a few key strategies for this map. Number 1 is avoid dying needlessly. It's very easy to lose map control here if you or your teammates die. Number 2 is try to keep as many bushes and walls as possible. They can be very useful to your team on this map. Especially when playing Colt or Amber, try not to destroy your hiding places unless you know there's a thrower or a shotgunner in the bushes that you just can't get away from. And number 3, everyone has to be okay with defending at times. If you see all 3 of your opponents pushing up on your safe, you've got to be ready to leave your offensive position to go on D. Unless you can beat them faster than they can beat you, then be okay with taking some time to defend your safe instead of losing your lead on the map. And there you have it. What other comps or tips do you have for Turnaround? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to leave us a like and hit subscribe for more weekly Supercell content. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.